Hey guys, hello and welcome to what? What's up?
I'm such a child.
Well, hello everybody and welcome to Learning Things with Kyle and Phil. I'm Phil,
And I'm Kyle.
and today we got another homeroom episode. I got my cat as my fucking cat comes in here. Jesus Christ!
My guy knew we were recording.
Yeah. How many takes are we gonna have to do?
Yeah. Welcome to homeroom number 2, man. This was such a pleasure, getting together with you again.
Yeah, man. For real.
We
never meet without a host.
What's
We never meet without a guest.
Yeah, this is only our second time meeting without a guest since our very, very, very first episode.
Yeah.
And I think it came at a really good time, man. I've been having crazy weeks, and we've been kind of going through a good amount of stuff with our guests and scheduling and
Yeah.
yada, yada, yada. And it's just been great to kind of sit back down and just get back to ground zero with you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man. And just kind of catch up and just also, too, like, remember that it's like we started doing a podcast so we could control our own fate, you know? Instead of always worrying about other people's schedules or what other people are doing, it's like we can just record the fucking thing and just do it and, you know, get it done. It feels nice.
Yeah.
I feel like a load has been, like, kind of lifted off of my shoulders a little bit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And it was just cool catching up with you, you know, as usual.
Hey, just like Bill Withers said, when you need a friend, I'm here. You know, I'm here to carry the load. Help to carry that load, my friend.
Hell yeah.
And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry your load.
Bill Withers, the Black Bon Jovi. Give her, you know, let's call a spade here. Great stuff. I love it. The soul of America.
Oh my God, that's fucking embarrassing. I hate Bon Jovi. To be honest with you.
No, I actually meant Bruce Springsteen. He's more like Bruce Springsteen's better. Bon Jovi kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But they're both from New Jersey, so I'll fight you.
Are they really?
Yeah, they both are. Yeah.
Amazing. Anyways, man.
Yeah, let's get this
Yeah.
rolling. Yeah.
Good talking with you, and we'll get into some sponsors here for you guys, so we can get right into the episode. As always, we want to recognize our lovely Coco Jordana. Thank you so much for constantly supporting us and giving us the access to your wonderful eye, your wonderful lens. Our photos came out amazing. I'm distributing all of my personal photos right now to a lot of agents and casting directors throughout New York City and LA. You are an incredible photographer. Please go check her out. She is currently running a promo code with us. If you contact her, let her know that you listen to the podcast by using the promo code LEARN20. That's capital LEARN, LEARN20, and shoot her a message through email at Coco. You can find her email at cocojordanaphotography.com. That's COCOJOURDANA photography.com. You can also find her on Instagram at Coco Jordana. Thank you so much.
And we'll make sure to have all the links and stuff in the description, guys, because we've heard some of your comments and message received. So
you can also find her if you want to get to her website and you're on ours. You can head over to our website, and at the very bottom of the homepage, if you just click her icon, it will take you right there, and you're all set. For our next sponsor, we would love to give a shout out to Good Luck Dry Cleaners. Thank you guys so much. Phil Reese, you're an amazing person. You're putting together so many great things right now. We've been talking. I cannot wait for more things to come. Good Luck Dry Cleaners is an absolutely amazing art gallery started here in New York City. It moves around. It hops around. They curate their thing, their galleries specifically for maybe a couple months at a time, maybe a week. Maybe they'll do a pop-up with some big partners and sponsors. Please check them out on Instagram at Good Luck Dry Cleaners. That's just Good Luck Dry Cleaners, all one word. They also have amazing merch on their website, www.goodluckdrycleaners.com. We rep some of their shirts on our episodes. If you haven't seen them, they also make masks, hoodies, and all kinds of other stuff. Even a fucking marker if you want to get a marker that says
Yeah.
Good Luck Dry Cleaning.
No, they have great merch, guys. Honestly, I mean, I have one of their shirts. I have one of their masks as well. Cool thing about the mask, number one, it says New York hates you, so that's awesome. But number two, it has it's not only just like a regular mask that you can kind of pull up, you know, but it also has like a little pouch where you can put an N95 filter. You know, if you still want to be using one of those, so it can be officially safe and fashionable.
Go check them out. Go check them out. Good Luck Dry Cleaners. And lastly, we want to say thank you to our sponsor, Peaceful Squirrel. You guys have been great. Please send us more snacks. We are eating and going through them like crazy. Peaceful Squirrel is a health-forward snack company delivered right to your door. They curate boxes for you based on your needs, your health needs, whether you're gluten intolerant, whether you want something that's vegan, anything like that. Peaceful Squirrel is the way to go, even if you're having an event. Please get a hold of them. They are on Amazon. If you just search Peaceful Squirrel on Amazon, they are also located at the bottom of our homepage. They are a company that Phil loves because of the access to the snacks that he needs because you are gluten intolerant.
Yeah. So they, I would say like Peaceful Squirrel is pretty, they're really solid, honestly. If anybody has any like dietary restrictions or just wants to eat more healthy, it's a great way to kind of do that because not only does it give you the things that are, good for you and all that stuff, but they taste amazing, so that's really good too.
100%.
So I love them. Go check it out.
Yeah, Peaceful Squirrel. They're located at the bottom of our homepage, just as all of our sponsors are. And lastly, I just want to give a personal shout out to my great friend, Matthew Jacob. Brother, I'm so proud of you. Today you are going to be releasing your first single as a solo artist. It is called Chakra Song. It's going to be out everywhere that you stream music. Right now he's trying to garner some Instagram love, so please go check him out, Matt Jacob Official. That is Matt Jacob Official. He's going to be releasing a video this Friday today at 4 p.m. also with a Q&A, so you can go follow him over there.
Nice.
He's been a versatile, lifelong musician who I met through acting class, and you'll hear everything through his studio performance, which he's going to be having besides the drums. But I met him long ago in my first acting class in New York City. Just a straight-up dude, extremely talented, and I'm so happy for you making this move. Please go check him out as well. Just give him some love, man.
Is it rap or is it like rock?
To you. What'd you say?
Is it rap or like, is it rock, acoustic? What's up?
Yeah, it's funny because this episode we're talking a lot about drugs and acid and everything like that. It's a kind of like an indie. It's indie rock.
Nice.
I'll call it indie rock.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure if that's exactly what he wants to.
Yeah, he's probably throwing a chair across the room right now.
Yeah,
he's like, "You fucking idiot! It's psychedelic thrash rock. You fuck."
But I mean, in this episode, we're talking a lot about the unknown and the ego, and like ego death, and just finding yourself and helping yourself grow, and how psychedelics can help that. And I know as he told me right here, this song is really aiming to promote awareness about the importance of introspection.
Okay, there you go.
And as the video does as well, if you watch the video on YouTube, and it was all created with the intention of summoning a higher awareness.
Okay.
If only for a moment. So go check him out, Matt Jacob Official. Love you, brother. Good luck on this, and we'll see you guys in class.
All right. See you in a bit. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
I can't hear you at all, but I can hear you through. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you can hear me through the headphones. That's good because that's how a mixer is supposed to work. Up until now, the mixer has not been working at all. It's only been recording the audio, and then that's about it. Guys, I don't know if you guys can know this. Welcome to the podcast, all that shit, whatever. But listen, I bought this for $100 off of eBay because I wanted to make my dreams happen. Okay?
Dreams are
right? And then I contacted Kyle. I was like, bro, bring your Manhattan pretty face over here. We're going to start a podcast. He said, okay. He got some of the equipment. I got some of the equipment. We started putting fucking headphones in the goddamn thing, and it can't let us hear what we're recording.
Right.
So up until now, it's just been an adventure that we were hoping for. And we're ill as fuck. Like, we know. There's like 30 of you, but 30 of you dig the shit out of what we're doing. Okay? So we know we're ill as fuck right now. But imagine how ill we could be if we could actually hear the shit we were saying to people when it was happening.
I got my mixer. I'll bring it over once I get it out.
There you go.
Man, I've been sleeping on couches since August, man. I'm not afraid to admit that to any motherfucker out there, man. I've been fucking sleeping on couches. I've been grinding like a motherfucker. I got all my shit in storage. And today, I'm locking down that motherfucking apartment, boy.
There you go, man. Locking down an apartment. Fucking, that's...
we moving up big.
We are moving up.
The mixer's going to come out.
It is going to come out.
The mixer's going to come out. By the way, we need a sponsor for a mixer. Alesis,
I think it is called.
Whatever you are, we need you.
Yeah, come out to the show.
We need you.
Come hang with the boys. We'll interview you. I'm assuming, the CEO probably isn't too busy right now. I mean, it's not like it's the pandemic and everybody's making a podcast.
Yeah, not. I hope not. I know everybody's writing a book.
Everybody's doing everything, or everybody's saying they're doing everything, but not really doing shit.
Well, that's actually. That's always though.
That is true. That is true.
Especially in New York. And I will admit, I was that way for some time.
Oh yeah, I was that way. I mean,
I like to wait on shit, and
yeah.
You think things are gonna come to you, but that never happens.
I'm high right now. Like, I understand it. There's bro. If these cameras could turn around, there's some shit on the table. Let me tell you. You know what I mean? I know about partying and be like, dude, next time, shit's gonna be legit. But no, you got to make shit happen for yourself.
Super legit. Speaking of,
that's
books,
what we're doing.
The reason I brought that up is actually because I am working on a book right now.
Oh wow.
With my cousin and my sister. Actually.
Cousin book, nice.
I don't know if all of you know, but I'm also a photographer. And yeah, I just presented a book idea to my sister and my cousin involving my photography and their poetry.
All right.
My sister has been writing poetry for a long, long time, more so as a hobby. She did, I think, back in high school or maybe when she was 20, 21, she did kind of put out a poetry, like, kind of pamphlet, I guess you could say.
Nice,
it wasn't
okay.
like a legit published book or anything like that. But my cousin has written several books, several novels, and he has also made a living off of his poetry as well. And
God damn.
right now, he lives in Austin, Texas with his wife, who is also coming out with a book, Leah James. I cannot wait to read it. You're fucking amazing. They're an
a lot of
incredibly
plugs.
family.
A lot of plugs in this anecdote.
Yeah. I mean, not even trying to, but this is what's going on in my
Hey,
book
dude, it's
right
all
now.
family, dude.
Yeah.
You're all you're trying to get it done and everything. That's fucking legit, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for it. So
I've tried to write a book before, but I couldn't get through it. I think I need to start learning how to read books first. That's the
I
thing.
need to learn how to read in general.
If anybody can help me with those things called ABCs, those squiggly lines that make sounds. If one of our fans could come and teach me how to read on learning things.
Squiggly lines.
Squiggly lines with sounds, If we're now, that's what what do they call it? Alibets, Alibets cereal. I love that.
Alphabets.
Yeah, those alphabets, dude. If anybody can help me read those things, if anybody can help me read God's language, help me, please. And also, welcome to Learning Things, guys. You may have noticed why there's no guests here today. It's because we're here for a Homeroom episode number 2.
We're here for Homeroom episode number 2. Hell yeah, I'm excited, man. It's been a long time since you and I have sat here and talked together.
It has.
It really has.
Usually we're just like trying to talk to somebody else because we only have an hour with them. We have all the time in the world with each other, right. Which we still don't utilize to actually speak with each other, but we do. But then we have to talk to the guests, and now that's why we chose to kind of do this and let you guys see who we are as people.
Yeah, this is who we are if you haven't figured it out yet.
Oh yeah, this is exactly who we are. Honestly, nothing changes, man. I'm the same way, off camera as I am on camera, if I'm being real with you.
Yeah, you are, and that's what I fucking love about you because, you're not going to change who you are for anybody.
Thank you.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Sometimes I don't know where the art stops and I begin. It's kind of tough. I'm so glad you brought that up because, it's something I just struggle with as being just a young prolific artist. It's just like, where do I find time to be awesome by myself outside of the art? Just in my day. So thank you.
Deeper.
You're a good friend.
Let's go deeper. Where does that line draw?
Where does it draw? Pussy. That's where it draws.
Okay.
If where it goes what does the girl that I'm around want? Does she want more of an artist, or does she want a guy who can put all his things aside? You know what I mean? And just be there as a human being.
Yeah.
That was a superficial answer, but a very deep one at the end of the day. Once I explained it, that's the truth. Yeah. It stops at women. Usually that's where I begin, and that's where art or my personal identity begins or stops is what the relationship may need. Yeah. What a relationship may need. You know what I mean?
True.
Just because there's some women who are very into the fact that you do a certain thing, even though they love you authentically, they're into the fact that you do shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's other women who are I could give a shit. Just be here now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's
just be here.
about.
Just that's what I care about. And
but at the same time, I want somebody who's really going to supplement my life and uplift me at the same time.
Exactly.
No matter what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Right?
So I think that's, for me, that's where, where art stops or a part of my identity or something might stop. You know what I mean?
A partnership should never be,
well, not stop, but you know what I mean? It becomes more of a give and take.
Right.
I can open up or, slow things down.
Right. But that's the thing. A partnership should never be based on what a person does. It should just solely be based on who they are. But
absolutely.
In especially our time with social media and other shit like that can really disillusion people.
Oh, completely.
And it happens to me too. I start to really like somebody based on what they do, and it's actually I don't really know if we
really click
that well as people in general.
Yes,
we do on a certain level.
Yes,
but you're not material for me in terms of a partnership.
No, that's absolutely fucking true. You can definitely get lost in it, and all that stuff. But I do think too, though, there is an aspect to being with somebody who gets it, because there's certain people I feel yes, they do like you for you, but they also don't get even what you're trying to go for. You know what I mean? Especially I think right now we're both doing a bit better in our fields and stuff. You know what I mean? But there's that time when you're still working at some other, job and everything. And it's just I was a busboy going to open mics, you know what I mean? And it's just I'd be dating a girl or something and she'd be really nice and she really liked me or whatever. But I'd be oh, I can't come over today because I have to do this open mic. And she's what? I don't understand, So I think there is an aspect to people. There's a kind of a variety or a combination of people who can care about you for you, but also understand your art or what makes you,
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of funny, man. I'm thinking, I was taking a walk around yesterday. I was playing beach volleyball over at Pier 6 down in Brooklyn.
Okay. Was it happening in slow motion? That's what I just assume in beach volleyball. It's just no matter what, even if it's happening on screen or in reality, it happens in slow motion. It can't not happen.
That's how we actually play.
Good.
I have slow-mo mode that I just fucking tap into. I'm actually moving so fast that time slows down.
Gotcha.
So it actually looks like I'm moving in slow motion.
Yeah. And Danger Zone plays every fucking time.
No, but for real, what I was going to say was, I don't know.
I just sang Danger Zone and I sang it wrong. I just went Danger Zone. That's the copyright-free version, everybody. Sorry.
Maybe that'll be a new theme song. You're entering the danger zone.
Yeah. Highway. Dude, yeah, go on.
But what I was going to say was, And just to, and this is coming from, where you were talking about, that a person that really understands that. Because not a lot of people, especially that aren't artists, that you might be dating or having some kind of relationship with, it's hard for them to understand the life of an artist and somebody who's trying to make a life out of art.
Oh, absolutely.
And we were talking with Lucy last week, and she was talking about how she finds so much excitement in the mundane. And I had kind of that same epiphany last night when I was walking through Brooklyn Heights.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody listening doesn't know Brooklyn Heights, is a very, very, very nice part of Brooklyn. It's where Brooklyn Bridge Park is. It's west of downtown, near the water. And it's a very, very historic area of New York. There are absolutely incredible red brick buildings, brick homes, tons of brownstones there that are super, super unique, tons of cobblestone roads. And
Gotta love the cobblestone.
Like, literally, when you're walking through
straight
Brooklyn
colonial
Heights,
shit,
you feel like you are in the early, like the mid or late 1800s, because they literally have homes there that
you feel like slavery is happening right now.
Slavery is still happening in Brooklyn Heights.
You feel like shit is about to pop off, but you're up north, so it's cool. You're like, man.
You're like, this feels really great. Yeah, I don't know if I could have lived here. But for real, it's like super old school. There's fucking like gas lantern lights that are still on the streets in front of homes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And
actually, me and Tomas Delgato, the guy Tom DNYC, you may know him from YouTube, we actually did a tour of that area. Sick plug.
Cool.
He's going to love me for that.
What was the name of the episode, do you know?
I believe it's just called Downtown Brooklyn.
Okay, cool.
And shit, cool. Yeah. That's the actual title, Downtown Brooklyn and shit.
Okay, all right. I gotta check that one out.
It was very cool. We did like Borough Hall. We did like kind of the courthouse area and all that stuff, and then we go over to that park and all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
He was gonna be so mad that I called it that park and all that stuff. I have no idea. He tells me all those things, but
Phil,
in one head out the other.
And you edited it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you edited it or not, but
well, no, I didn't edit it, but I shot it. I did help him shoot it. So it's all good though. Sorry, go on. What were you saying?
Anyways, it was just I had that kind of same feeling that Lucy had, and because I'm just walking and it's so quiet, so quaint. People have their cars. There's tons of families there.
Yeah.
I'm looking into these $1 million homes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the mundane life. No, but like really, these people are very well off that live there. But I'm looking inside of these homes and it's just very chic. Tons of these homes have very like antique china inside and tons of art. But it was really just a feeling of like, wow, time is literally different here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Time was really slowing down. These are people that are, I mean, I don't know what they do, of course, but I'm sure most of them work a 9 to 5, I would assume. And I don't think that's completely wrong, but
no. But
I felt so cool to be there and be like, wow, like this is so much different than the life that I'm living in these areas of Bushwick or Bed-Stuy.
I mean,
or
I get what you're saying.
Columbus Circle up by Central Park, where it's just a different
like a different scene. It's just a whole entire different environment.
It is.
No, you're right. And time definitely does go slower in those areas. And there is beauty in the mundane, but I feel like you're able to see the beauty in the mundane because you don't live that life.
Yeah.
Like for them, that's just their fucking life. Like they're not tasting a fucking tomato sauce that their wife made and going, oh, the taste of that savory tomato, and oh, we're just here. They're not like that. It's like, hey, babe, did you make the fucking tomato sauce? Yeah. You got to put more chili pepper in it. You know what I mean? That's what they're thinking. That's their life isn't. You only think of it in this magical way because we're used to acting that way through our art and the shit we see.
I'm doing laundry. Would you just make yourself a fucking dinner for once?
Plus, also, let me tell you, those people's lives are not mundane. Is like Like that's like a very pleasurable version of mundane. That's rich as fuck. Those people ain't they ain't fucking mundane for shit, bro. They fly, they have places in the Hamptons and shit. Mundane is Wisconsin, my nigga.
That's true.
Mundane is Scotch Plains, New Jersey. That is mundane, boy.
Absolutely. I don't know. I mean, it is a different mundane for sure.
I feel you. No, I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
But I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow.
I'm just trying to fill these 45 minutes.
Really, like a really nice time, like a really nice place to be at in your life.
I feel you, bro.
So when am I gonna make that couple meals so I can get there?
Bro, you'll get there. You will get there. You will get there.
You know.
But you know, low key, everybody living there is a fucking savage. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you whoever owns that house is on some fucking what is that? Succession. You know what I mean? On some Succession shit, bro. They got the whole nice family to close the door, nigga. Buy it all. Burn them down.
Where's the butler? Tell him to give me
bro, they got like 6 illegitimate kids. We own one for every goddamn continent. You know, they don't give a fuck.
One for every goddamn continent.
There's like 7 continents. That's my bad, but
there are 7.
they fucking. He got a kid in Antarctica.
That
nigga got somebody in Antarctica. That's a continent. It's one of the 7. You got a half penguin hybrid. That's how rich they are, bro. They into blood rituals, all that shit.
Oh
yeah, but people out there, it is a different type of mundane. And it does seem nice out there, bro. It does seem nice out there. I will say that. I mean, there's something nice about relaxing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I went upstate. That was great. I went upstate to Lake Minnewaska. I think I told you about this. It's really beautiful. You can swim in the lake, and did mushrooms. Or no, we did acid. It was like me and 2 of my friends. We were just out there for hours, and it was amazing. It's like, it's a really long hiking trail, and it's like by the time you walk halfway, it's like right at the shallow end of the lake and everything, you know? And you can swim in it and all this shit. So there's like families everywhere. And it's cool too, because it was during the pandemic.
There's like families everywhere.
Yeah. No, but it was nice. I mean, hey, we already ate the acid. You know, so at this point, I'm a child too.
That's
I felt
the
safe.
exciting part of nature.
Yeah.
There's families everywhere. Just love to see. There's the mundane.
Well, dude, yeah, it was beauty. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I was in the fucking lake and I went underwater. I came back up and it was just like beautiful because it was during the pandemic. And you see, there's mad families and we're all at this watering hole. It looked like Africa, like how you have like, you know, horses, like zebras and fucking like wildebeest like drinking at a watering hole. That's what it looked like. But it was all human people, you know what I mean? And I was just like, nigga, like this is what life is about. Like this is about what existence is about and everything. Like I know exactly what you mean.
This is what life is about, is existing. This
yes,
is existing.
Sustenance, like living. Bro, like dead ass, like living.
We're over there fucking licking from the water like like a fucking zebra.
Bro.
Where the alligator comes out and just destroys, grabs it by the neck, fucks it up.
Well,
people are getting killed out there.
Well, none of that happened. We're talking about in the, you know, we're talking about in the first half hour of the children's movie. You know what I mean? Before the parent dies. Talking about when they're like, hey, this is all yours. This is our, we live in the forest. You know what I mean? We give thanks to the other things. Da da da. It's that part.
This is the sequel to Midsummer.
Yes, yeah.
It'll be called Minnewaska.
Minnewaska, baby. Minnewaska on ayahuasca. But it was fucking beautiful, man. It was great. It really was. And like, of course that is like a trippy, like high thought or whatever, but it's the truth. Like it was beautiful. It's like, we all need water to survive. We were all hot. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was, we all of us, no matter what walks of life we were on, decided like, we want to go out today, see nature and enjoy ourselves and connect with whoever the fuck we were with. And that's all the reasons that we were all in that place right at that time. And it was just like, wow, this is just fucking, I don't know. It was just great. It was peaceful.
No, if there could be any I don't think there could be in any better time to be either on mushrooms or acid, especially with people you love and trust, and being around a lake.
In the beautiful open space, and
like,
it's warm, and it's just like, bro, dog, that water was hitting. Like, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Oh.
Took my first shower in like a month and a half. You're out there with fucking shampoo.
Bro, that shit felt so good. Yeah, shampoo.
People that be showered
Hell
in
yeah.
lakes, I fucking
I had my
that.
I had my Old Spice.
I'm like, versus just showered in the lake right now.
I brought body wash to that bitch.
You guys are out there shooting a fucking Axe commercial.
Yeah, Axe 2-in-1. Shampoo, body wash. We got families.
Insert Axe bottle here. You can Jacob, insert the Axe bottle. New Axe Minnewaska.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Smells like sustenance.
Smells like sustenance.
For real, man. No, it's nice to connect with people though. It is true. I've done so much mushrooms and like so much psychedelics. It's like it's impossible for me to run from it anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's beating me. You won, you motherfucker.
It's funny that we're talking about that because my friend just hit me up. It wasn't yesterday. It was actually maybe it was yesterday. He got in touch with a shaman, I guess like a super well-respected shaman, and they did like a 3-day ayahuasca trip.
That's hilarious.
In Denver.
That's
and the
amazing.
He's coming to New York, and he's like, dude, I don't know what you have going on here,
but we need to do this.
But you need to put everything off and just do at least a day. He's like, it was the most insane, like intelligent plant medicine that he's ever used in his entire life. And he said that the people that he was with were having like crazy like releases of traumatic things that have happened to them in their lives, like literal memories, like coming out of their body that have been suppressed for, you know, fucking 30 years.
And like living through them.
Like shit from when people were 2 years old, like coming to the surface, like these vivid memories. Just allowing like your brain, the plant just allows your brain to access these memories and these neurons that you just don't fucking ever use.
Well, I've done DMT like 3 times, and like ayahuasca is basically like DMT, but they brew it into tea.
Yeah.
So like DMT, when you smoke it you're usually out for like a half hour or like an hour max. That's actually a pretty long time. But like ayahuasca, you drink it and you have to lay there. That's why they have the shaman, because you have to like lay there with them.
Yes.
And it takes hours. It's like, it can be like 8, maybe 9 hours.
Yeah.
You know?
So
it's a lot. And you like, you know, people vomit.
People vomit, they shit themselves.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's And I think that's also an aspect of why you become so vulnerable also too. Because it's almost like you're being like rebirthed kind of in a way. You come in like you're shitting and pissing yourself, you're vomiting, and you're in front of people. And it's like, okay. And it's okay, though.
It's very okay. That's what they're all there for. You know, they're there for, you know, to get in touch and just release and be vulnerable and
dude.
Whatever happens.
Anybody who like doesn't really know much about psychedelics, I suggest you kind of like look them up and kind of get to talk to some of your friends who might have done them and stuff like that. They're not as crazy as you think they are. I've had a lot of friends, you know, like, you know, kind of give me a weird look because I like mentioned mushrooms and stuff. And I feel like now it's a little bit more popular, but, you know, I think we all have a fear of like losing control all the time. We always want control. We always want to put things in boxes. And when you take things like mushrooms and stuff, you don't always get to do that. You just enjoy things or you don't enjoy them. And that's very scary to people, you know, to like let your guard down fully for a long time. But like, you owe it to yourself. Seriously, you owe it to yourself, and you owe it to the people around you. It's only helped me. I won't say that I haven't made like mistakes since I've done psychedelics. I've made tons and tons, but I'm able to process my mistakes more. I'm able to like change, you know, more and actually take like, you know, put myself in the driver's seat and like choose what I want out of my life from that, you know.
Yeah, I think it's kind of.
Sorry, it was a speech.
You know, I think that's kind of the point when we are taking psychedelics. It's to open up space,
Yeah.
and release, and that, a lot of people grow from it as well. I mean, I remember when I did acid for the first time, I totally grew from it.
Yeah. When did you do it? When was the first time you
I did
acid?
acid for the first time back in August of 2019, actually.
Oh wow! So you're relatively like newer to it. Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, and I've taken mushrooms a couple times. I haven't had like a full on crazy trip yet. I've like microdosed, and I've done a little amount and stuff like that.
When's the first time you took mushrooms?
I took mushrooms for the first time, actually, I think in like May or April or May of last year. April.
Oh wow! So both of these things were relatively new.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay. Shit. So you're yeah.
May of last year. Yeah.
So I'm talking all this shit. You're probably looking at. No wonder you were laughing at me with the fucking sustenance shit. That makes so sense. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
welcome to the club.
But I noticed that because I've done some mushrooms like kind of dabbling by myself just to see what it would be like to be by myself and take that.
Yeah.
And I think with psychedelics and stuff like that, you got to be ready for them.
Yes.
A bit. Like I wasn't in the greatest place mentally, and it was not that enjoyable of a experience. Like it was bad. Like, to the point where I'm like, I'm never doing mushrooms again. It was just like, I don't think I was really servicing myself.
Well, I think that's the thing too. You got to really like when you do that stuff, you got to think about what you want out of it, and how it's going to actually help you, and also realize too, it's like it's not gonna. I think a lot of people think too when they do mushrooms, they think it's gonna just like, oh, I take these and then I'm solved now. You know what I mean? Or I won't, I don't know, make mistakes or anything anymore, and I'll understand who I am. And no, what it kind of does is it does help you understand who you are, but it also makes you understand that you don't always understand who you are.
Yes.
And it makes you more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And like, it makes you more comfortable with learning who you are. That's really what it does. You're never going to know who you are. Even when you die, I don't think you're ever going to fully know who you are. It's all about learning who you are day by day, moment by moment. That's what life is, Right. And it just makes you more comfortable with just like owning up to mistakes, taking accountability, and like making real change in who you are as a human being, and like paying attention to the things around you and the energies around you.
Yeah.
I think like nowadays, now that I'm older, but also because of mushrooms, I can feel energy from people so much easier, and I can already tell because I've lived through certain things and certain personality types now. That I'm just like immediately when I meet one, I'm just like, I can't do that, or like I can only go this far with this type of person, and they are an individual, so let me see, but and I think all that comes through just learning about yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, what made you want to even try psychedelics?
That exact reason, and the kid that told me about the ayahuasca
Nice
trip that he just did. He's a very close friend of mine. Grew up with him. Been friends with him for 30 years. He's just so loving and so wonderful and such a smart person. Very, very, very smart. His wife is also very, very smart. She's a doctor as well. Or she's not, I shouldn't say as well, but she's a doctor. They run their own holistic health practice out in Denver.
Holy shit. I'm going to Denver in a few weeks.
Yeah,
so
I should.
We should. Yeah, dude, that'd be nice.
Would love to meet you.
That'd be amazing.
He's watched a couple of our episodes.
Really?
Yeah, and
I'd love to link up with them. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're a fucking great group of people, and so they're very, very smart. They take, they know the ins and outs of like even chemically about everything that drugs are going to be do to you. So
yeah.
He just, he inspired me to try with him, and we were in a super safe environment. We were up at his cottage at like one of the most pristine lakes that you can be in.
Yeah.
Like, I think in like, honestly, the United States.
Well, it's Denver, dude. So
Well, this was in Wisconsin.
This is Wisconsin.
Is in like way far north in Wisconsin.
Okay, gotcha.
Like on the border of Wisconsin and Upper Michigan.
Okay.
But it's a very, very unique lake because there's barely any cottages on it.
Okay. So it's like really just open.
It's very pristine.
That's really cool.
Limited number of cottages and people, so it's not it's not dirty at all. They take very, very good care of the lake. But yeah, it was like with a group of like 15, 16 people. He had a huge fucking get together up there. And yeah, we all took acid and had a fucking wonderful time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the best way to take acid,
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
It's amazing. It's it's such a safe environment, and like you're with people you know and you love, and like nothing could go wrong. Nobody had a bad trip. We
exactly.
were laughing for hours.
Yeah.
Acid makes you laugh so fucking hard. I was crying, laughing for legitimately like an hour and a half straight, maybe 2 hours. My stomach, I literally couldn't even laugh. I was like, dude, my stomach is hurting.
Oh, that's great.
So bad. I can't even bring myself to laugh right now. Like I have to literally detach.
Yeah.
I'm laughing so hard.
That's funny.
But yeah, so we'll see about the ayahuasca trip. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I honestly would be down for it.
All that stuff takes time, and yeah, that'd be great if, you could try something like that. Like I always tell people, like, if you think you would like to try that stuff, just go for it, and I don't know, worst comes to worst, you learn something about yourself. It's not as scary as people think, man. I don't know. It's not, it is crazy, but it's like, yes, you are going through something, but while you're on a trip, like, at least with me, I've always been able to, if I ever feel sort of weird or something, just go to myself, hey, the only reason you feel like this is because you took mushrooms.
Yeah.
Like, I've done that so many times. I'm like, you're on acid. Like, that's why this is weird.
Like, it's happening because you're on acid.
Yeah, and it's like, there's nothing to actually be afraid of. Remember where you came from. Right. You know what I mean? Like, where you came from is normal. You knock on a wood and it goes like this. You know what I mean? And it's solid. Right now, you knock on wood and it goes, you know what I mean? And it like has waves to it. It doesn't mean that it actually is waves. It's fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Sometimes I get that even when I'm high on weed. Like, sometimes I'm like, dude, you are just, you're stoned.
Yeah.
Like, relax.
Yeah, like, don't worry.
Take some deep breaths.
Just take some deep breaths and you're fine. And then I don't know why, but for me, like, acid and actually, can you let him out? Yeah.
Come here, Mo.
Well, just open up the door. Thanks, dude. Sorry, what were we talking about? We were saying that
I was just talking about how when you're high, like,
to calm yourself down. Yeah.
Relax. Like, you're just high. Take some deep breaths.
Yes. Yeah. And I definitely do that too. But I would say, like, for me, I don't know if it's because it's like I do weed so much more often than mushrooms or any other psychedelics and stuff. But like with weed, sometimes it can be a little bit harder for me with that because sometimes I do get anxious, when I smoke weed. Like, that's why I smoke like indica, like, specifically. At the most I'll do like a hybrid or something, but that's really about it. I used to smoke sativa, but I started almost having like panic attacks or like anxiety and shit like that. And I would tell myself to calm down, but I would just still, feel that way. But mushrooms and acid, I've never been somebody like, when I'm under it, like, the visuals are never that strong for me. Like, I actually do think, because like they say there's a lot of research with like LSD and like psilocybin mushrooms when it comes to depression and like different like mental disorders and shit like that. And that is all stuff like, that I do deal with. I haven't really been to like a therapist in a while, but I've dealt with all that type of shit. And I think that might be some reason why I actually like them, or why it's been a bit more normal for me when I use those things. It's because maybe like a part of my brain, like, it actually is like some sort of chemical therapy for it, Yeah. Because I always just feel refreshed and just great.
Definitely.
Always, every single time.
They're legal now in I think Oregon
and Washington.
And
right?
Washington and Colorado, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
They're definitely good for that.
Right.
100%. Even in Denver and in Colorado, they're legalizing ketamine, because there's actually people that are doing ketamine therapy,
Yeah.
because ketamine kind of has that same effect.
I've heard about that as well too.
Which has
Yeah.
been fucking amazing. I've taken it as well, and it's been pretty good. I had a great experience on it.
When you say pretty good, do you mean like similar to mushrooms and shit, or like?
I just felt so, and it was like,
Because
really
I know
pure
some
shit.
people have used it, but I don't know, something about it always put me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's because of the nature of how you do it typically, especially in, like, you know,
It's kind of always seemed like a
99%
party
of the time
drug.
you get it
And,
as a powder.
yeah.
You're taking it when you're out.
Yeah,
It's a party
exactly.
It's
And
a party
I've
drug.
just been like, you know, I kind of just felt like I had enough things that I do. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I tap out.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a party
you know,
drug.
weed,
Snort it,
booze.
put
You
it
know,
on your teeth like gums, just like you would.
yeah, yeah.
You know, Coke or anything like that. It's a different high.
Okay.
Sometimes you can get a really, really big rush, and you're just like, whoa, like, and like it feels like you're going like 1,000 miles per hour. So you know, I've done ketamine. I've snorted ketamine. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
which is it's fine. I've had a great night.
You're a grown ass man.
Actually,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
bro, I mean, listen, I do stand up and I talk about, you know, all sorts of shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I've done coke before. It's, you know,
Yeah,
that's
but I've
mostly where I've stopped, because I'm just like, I don't want to do multiple powders.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
I've one thing that I've done a few times or whatever, but like, I don't know. but then people tell me that it's really great, you know, but I feel like when it comes to, I don't know, I'm down for psychedelics because, you know, but with psychedelics, they are like therapy for me. It's like, you know, very like therapeutic, and it's just, it's almost like religious, you know, where it's like very ritualistic for me. Like I do a lot of like tripping alone, like by myself, you know, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So then when somebody tells me that ketamine has that same effect, you know, I'm open to it, but then I'm like, just the way that I've seen it be done, I'm like, does it really? Because if it did, I feel like people wouldn't be doing it in that way.
If I can ever get my hands on some like pure, like really good ketamine that you can get from Colorado,
Yeah, I'll do it.
like
Yeah,
doctor prescribed stuff, because they actually have it and I've taken it.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Okay.
It's much more pure. It's not cut with anything.
Do you get what I mean though?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't mean to be a dick, because I have friends that, you know, have done it and do ketamine and shit.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
to each his own. You know, I'm down, but I just want to know, like, you know.
It can be fun. I would recommend trying it.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Cool.
think you would actually like it.
He's sitting right here. That's a glowing endorsement from Kyle Esberger. It's like, yeah,
You're gonna
you should do that
take it,
drug.
Die. And
Yeah, right.
Kyle told him to do that. He would never have done this. Big fucking lawsuit comes in.
Oh my god. No, but no, I've had some friends tell me that I should give it a try and stuff, and I've had people tell me that it can be like therapeutic and and really cool. So yeah, I'll give it a try. I don't give a shit.
So.
You know,
The
life's meant to be lived. You know.
Yeah, I felt very, very happy and just very like your body just feels so relaxed, which obviously it's a fucking horse tranquilizer.
Yeah, I know.
That's what they use it for. But yeah, felt very relaxed, felt very happy, like very focused,
Okay.
kind of giddy,
Okay.
you know. Just,
All right, that sounds pretty lit. I wouldn't mind. You know, I'm gonna be traveling a lot, I feel like, in this next like year or so. So I'm down to just get some different shit at different places. Like I want to try peyote.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
I've never tried peyote before.
Definitely.
I want to try peyote. In Japan, weed is illegal, but there's like this mushroom like that they've had there that's like, it's like a psilocybin mushroom or whatever that people take all the time, and it's like legal actually. And I've heard about it before. I've seen it on like Viceland and shit like that. I'm like, fuck, I want to like travel and go to different places and do whatever their customary like psychedelic thing is, you know? It'd be cool. That's a hell of a trip, right?
Yeah, you should. That'd be
man.
great. That'd be a ton of fun.
Right? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already going cross country, which I still can't wait for.
Yeah, yeah.
A few more weeks, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the road, taking this on the road.
I'm excited for you to go, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, you gotta hook me up with your friend
I will.
in Denver.
I'll put you in touch with them.
Cool.
It'll be great.
Hell yeah.
I did want to talk about something that we were hitting on. Oh, the mushrooms. Um, just going back to it really quick. I always find that whenever I do mushrooms, I actually learn more about myself after the trip.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I usually have like a breakdown
yeah.
after I get off of shrooms.
Yeah.
Where I'm like crying.
Yeah.
Like crying and everything is kind of coming to fruition. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like everything's surfacing then.
Yes. It's kind of like, dude, the drug is just to get you to that point.
Yeah.
And then it's your choice where you go, what road you go down.
Yeah.
You know? That's really all it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I did DMT and everything, and it's just like, you know, one thing if any of you guys watch like Joe Rogan or any of that stuff, they talk about DMT. One thing about DMT that's really interesting is that pretty much everybody who does it sees around the same general things. You know what I mean? And it's all very specific. And like one thing you'll learn is people will talk about going through the door or going through the gate, because once you do DMT, there's a fucking my cat almost fucking lost his shit. He's okay. He's trying to catch a fly, and I love you. See? Mushrooms, baby. I got a peaceful mind. Now let's get back into this DMT story.
Peaceful mind, peaceful squirrel.
Send us more snacks. But yes, so everybody's concerned about getting through the gate, going through the door. One thing in DMT, you smoke it, you kind of go into like another universe. It's kind of a long story, but it's a different plane. You know, most people who do DMT aren't walking around doing DMT. They're on a bed asleep. They're, you know, or they look like they're asleep, right? So you're going through this magical land, and there's a giant door, and in order to go through that door, number one, you know, all this is happening inherently, like it's all like telepathically or like empathically happening to you. So when you're walking to the door, you know that behind that door is all intelligence and all knowledge and everything through that door. It's like the singularity of all human and like alive animal consciousness, like everything that is collectively on this world. You know what I mean? And you know that it's directly through the door, and it's a door with like you know, it's one of those like, you know, double door things, and it has a human eyeball on it, right? So you're like sitting, and you're like this tiny little speck, and the door is almost like infinite, but it's also like regular size, but it's like it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird, man. It's fucking. If you were to look up, it would never end. But if you're staring at it, it's just right there, and it's just like a, you know, a big door. It's a giant door, but it's not, you know, insanely giant. So, but what was I talking about? Oh, maybe I shouldn't do so many psychedelics. What was I talking about? Fuck. But yeah. Oh, yes. Here's what I was talking about. So
The door.
the door.
The door that's really big, but not.
The door that's really big, but is really big, right? The door that is really big, but
the eye with the all-seeing eye.
yes, with the all-seeing eye. A lot of people hear about this door, and that's kind of what everybody wants to reach. Everybody that does DMT wants to reach it. When I did DMT, I heard about the door, and I wanted to reach it. You know what I mean? But one thing I learned when I did DMT, you know, is that the door isn't the prize. Getting to the door is. The door is just like a reward. You know what I mean? Because when you're going through DMT, number one, when I got to the door, I couldn't go through it. Because when you go through once you get to the door, you know that there's knowledge and everything on the other side, but you also know inherently that in order for you to go through the door, you have to let go of everything. Everything about you, not just negative, the positive as well. And just let go of who you are. And it's terrifying. Like, it's needless to say, it's fucking terrifying, especially when you're not on the earthly plane anymore. Like I was in my bedroom and now I'm in a fucking black abyss where there's shit floating everywhere and there's a fucking something talking in my head that tells me I have to let go of who I am to see everything. You know what I mean?
Can we get a visual of that real quick?
We can definitely put some DMT visuals in there. They're fucking nuts. They're like peaceful and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
And so that's really like what it is. And, you know, since I couldn't do that, you know, the trip had to end. Like I couldn't do that. And one of the entities in there, because there's different entities that like speak to you and shit. So like one of the entities that's like in there was like, what's wrong? You know what I mean? And I was like, he was like, what's wrong? Just go through the door. Because to him, he lives in that world. So it's like, to him, that's just like a door that you go through. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I can't let go. And he's like, what do you mean? You just let go. Like, you know? And I couldn't do it. And my trip ended, right? I was right back on my bed and all that type of stuff. And it was okay. He wasn't mad. He was just like, you know, just let go. And I couldn't. He was like, it's okay. Like, you know, other people can't either, you know? And so I came right back and all that shit. And after I learned that this reality was like real, I was back here again. I was like, oh, thank God. Then I was confident enough to go back because it's so real that it feels like you're like, there's no fucking way that what I was at before. You really think like it's what, bro, when you're dreaming, like DMT is like what you see when you're in like a dream, but this time it's fucking there and it's real and it's vivid. And it almost makes you think like, wait, was all of reality actually the dream and I've been here the whole entire time? That's what I thought from the moment that I got there. And so I was like trying to accept that, like I was there for the reality of it, but I was just trying to accept which one was reality. Because I told you, when I do mushrooms, when I do acid, I can always calm myself down by telling myself what reality is. But now this was so intense, and it also was reality that I couldn't do that. It took that away from me. So it took the safety away from my identity and who I understood myself to be. It was truly fucking insane. That's when I learned too that I was like, oh, like mushrooms and like acid are like just drugs. Like they're great drugs to help us, but they are just drugs. This is like it's like DMT is truly therapy. Like DMT, ayahuasca, like it truly is therapy. That is, bro, when you smoke that shit or when you drink it or whatever, it's taking you to another plane of existence. I fully believe that shit exists. Like it's like a gateway to some shit. It's not like just something you're seeing because of chemicals in your brain. It's like, yeah, or maybe if it is in a scientific way, it still has some sort of like, you know, magic makes it sound stupid, but there's some sort of connection to another reality.
Yeah, I mean,
and another plane of what existence is.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, there's a fucking universe out there
crazy.
that we know nothing about. So why even like question it being fake or not possible?
True. But
you know,
long story short,
trillions of stars, you know.
No.
Or billions of stars, whatever.
No, it's true. And I mean, we could all be in the body of a giant right now. You have no fucking idea.
We could, be a molecule inside of something.
We have no fucking idea. But back to what I was saying basically was like, so I went back.
Which is also why we're so important.
Yes.
Why this podcast is so important.
Well, you know, I was talking about when we were with Mike, right? When we were talking about like, I was saying why I think both religious people and scientists think humanity is so important, because that's the one thing that they have in common. They couldn't be more different, but both of them think humanity in this certain way is a special thing. And it's like why they think that. And I think it's subliminally because so many other disasters happen. You know what I mean? Like we're in a world full of chaos, but chaos has never happened to us. And it makes us feel like we deserve more, or we belong, or we're here for some sort of destiny. Like fucking science, right? It's like they look into the fucking universe. They look out into the universe and they see suns go out every day. Stars die every day. They don't die around here. You know?
Not in this neighborhood.
Not in this neighborhood. You know, we're like rich kids. You know, see a fucking crackhead. We're like, yeah, fucking tough break. Yeah.
Stars are dying everywhere. It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood out there.
Yeah.
All the scientists are just living in the mundane. They're living in Wisconsin.
Well, no, the scientists are living in.
They're looking out to Hollywood.
They're
dying.
Oh boy, we're all over the place. Yeah, man. And then, religious people have their heaven and hell type shit, their fucking revelations and all this and that and the third and da 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 da. But it's like, we're good. But they're like, but we're fine because we have our clique. It's just interesting. But long story short, the DMT thing, I learned after I went back for the second time, went through the door, and the door was amazing. But I really, truly realized that, like, getting to the door and understanding what letting go of myself actually was the entire meaning of the thing. Going through the knowledge and shit after was just like a nice icing on the cake.
But it kind of sounds like a killing of the ego, which a lot of those things are meant to do, especially ayahuasca.
Which, I mean, if the 3 cameras have anything to say about it, my ego is still alive and well. Yeah, I killed my ego a long time ago, says the guy with fucking film lights and 3 cameras.
So anyways,
recording his own podcast. Yeah, right?
Fuck is my mocha?
We need to get an intern. Yeah. Jacob, get in here. We should just have him be like we recently got a new intern editor guy. We're just gonna have him be like a mystery guest.
I actually think he's my little brother, and I haven't even met him in person.
He's the best. He's great. He's cool, man. What did you say? He was like, every bitch loves flowers.
Every bitch loves flowers. He only speaks facts.
Only speaks facts, bro. The Messiah. The young Messiah.
The young Messiah.
All right.
Porterhouse. That's got to be his fucking nickname.
I think so. Well, yeah, it's Jacob Porter. Yeah, Porterhouse. Porterhouse is nice. That's a great bro nickname.
That's got to be
Porterhouse.
He also raps. The man makes music. He raps. He just got his studio up and running. The man's been in New York for what, a month?
Yeah, about a month, and he's already making waves. He's already talking to the 2 most influential men in New York City. Can you believe that?
He could be.
I was talking about us.
Oh. I thought you said he's the most influential man.
No, I was saying he's already talking to them.
The most influential men of New York City, 2021.
Yeah, man.
Phil Risden and Kyle Glenn Holzberger.
Well, yeah, check him out. He's a cool dude. Jacob Porter. I don't really remember his Instagram right now.
Nah, but he can plug it.
But he'll plug it. Yeah, he'll put it up there.
Right here.
He'll put it in there, bro.
Anyways, bro, I think it's time for us to sign off.
Yeah, I think so. We're at about 53 minutes, so
perfect.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get out of here, man. It was great talking with you today.
Yeah, man, great talking to you too.
I really needed this. This was a great conversation.
Dude, this is great.
We've been having things just kind of go haywire for a little bit, and my life's been crazy. And honestly, it's great to
it's been nuts.
Come back, reconnect with you, kill the ego.
Yeah, right.
While simultaneously building.
Yeah, over and over and over again, killing it, building it, killing it, building it. Well, we're working. I'm building a better me every goddamn day. Trying to. This is what it's all about, dude. Us learning about each other, us learning things about other people, and sharing the things we learned
the checks and
with
balances.
You.
The checks and balances of life.
The checks and balances, dude. I need to start writing ads. Some of the slogans I come up with are, you see that? They're little.
These are all trademarked, but I wouldn't be saying them online on camera, obviously. So good luck.
Oh man! All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
We'll see you next week in class. Next week we're going to be having the guys from La Casa Art House, and also
yes, we will.
They might not be next week. Next week we're going to be having an amazing nightlife legend in New York City, a beautiful, beautiful trans woman who I've been serving in nightlife for 4 years, Octavia. I cannot wait to have you on. Everyone stay tuned for that. It's going to be an incredible episode, and we will see you next week.
Peace.
Later, y'all.